All right, guys, I just got some new Flex tools in the mail. As a matter of fact, it came in the mail about 20 minutes before I started using it on my truck. If you don't know, I'm in Texas. We had a little bit of cold weather, a little bit of snow, and unfortunately my truck, for some reason, the batteries gave out, which, I mean, obviously that's an obvious reason. But also one of my steering fluid lines had a crack in it, so I actually had to take that out. And I was getting ready to do that with my socket set here manually. And these two drills came in the mail, the 3/8 impact wrench and the 1/2 inch impact wrench. And I used it about 5 minutes after the UPS dropped it off, which was really awesome. What I'm going to talk to you guys about today is the Flex Impact Compact Impact Wrench. Now, let's get the whole Flex brand out of the way right here from the beginning. I am a contractor. I am on job sites. I built my entire house by myself. I've built 4,000 square foot commercial houses. I've built, churches. I'm on the job. I'm actually working. I actually do things with my hands. I don't just sit in my garage and play with some tools and torture test them and see if one can drill a screw a 16th faster than another. I'm out here. I'm banging them around. This is one of the first Flex drills I've had, and I put this one through the ringer because I have plenty of drills and I want to see what the breaking point of these Flex drills are, and I have yet to find that. This one has been dropped off 10-foot walls. It has been left in the rain on accident overnight. It has been in freezing cold weather. It has been in 109-degree weather. It has drilled lag bolt. It has done everything. It's gotten really hot. It's had batteries leak, right? I'm not going to ignore the obvious that we've been having struggles with, but nothing is actually wrong with the tool. There were some battery issues with which Flex is now fixing. But as for the tool, I haven't had any problems. Well, actually, let me correct myself. There has been one problem. I would say, every maybe 5 to 1,000 times I pull the trigger, it won't register. So if I'm drilling, and I was doing deck screws the other day, and I'm drilling, every 5 to 1,000 times I would just pull the trigger and I would get pretty much nothing. It'd be like this, and then all I'd do is release the trigger and it would and pull it again and it would work. So I'm not sure what the problem with that is, but it doesn't bother me that much, and this is the only drill that it happens on. The other 3 drills, impact drills that I have, I've never had a problem with. So overall, out of the way at the beginning, Flex is a very durable, reliable, powerful brand. And if you're worried about durability or any of those things, that's not a concern with Flex. Most of the time, I'm just educating people on the newer tools that Flex has dropped. And again, I stand behind Flex's quality 24/7. The battery issue with the leaking the black goo, they addressed that. I actually sent in about 10 of my batteries, and they actually replaced those batteries, which was awesome. And other than that, I haven't really had any major issues. So back to the impact wrench, the compact impact wrench. The awesome thing about this is we've all dealt with the attachments. I don't know if you guys know, like there's a little chuck attachment where you can put it in here and it has the 1/2 inch or the 3/8 socket receiver on the top, and you can put sockets on. And I've actually snapped a lot of those off. I don't know if I have one right here. I don't have one, but I have one that's completely snapped off. I constantly lose them, and it's a pain to have to use your impact driver for your socket setup. And now they have one that is pretty much the exact same size as your impact drill. So now you have the ability to do lag bolts, work on your truck, do anything like that with something similar to an impact drill that's compact, but you can throw your sockets directly on it. If you want to throw your socket on there, you're good to go. If you want to throw your extensions on there and you're trying to get into a spark plug or whatever it is, you can do that now with a compact impact wrench and not deal with anything bulky. I also have the Flex larger impact wrench. This is the 1/2 inch. I use it every now and then, but it is pretty bulky for the main source of stuff that I do. There's also a bigger version of this that I also have. And that one I've used maybe a handful of times, whether I'm doing lug bolts or really trying to sink something in that's really significant. But most of the time, this is the biggest I need, and most of the time, this is the size that I actually need. So it's really awesome that they created this. They have the 3/8 version, and then they have the 1/2 inch version, which I actually haven't even opened up yet. But they do have the 1/2 inch version of the same thing, which is the exact same size. So If you're using 3/8 or 3/8 most of the time, they have the 3/8 compact. If you're using 1/2 inch most of the time, they have the 1/2 inch. And again, quality is not something you have to worry about. You're going to get quality with all the flex tools that you purchase. I think the only tool that I've heard people complain about in regards to flex is their speaker, which I've heard sounds like, you know, a child's toy. So I think their speaker is the one thing that I've heard consistent complaints about. And then I've heard outlier complaints about Sawzalls having problems. I think 2 people commented on one of my videos saying they had a problem with the Sawzall. But overall, the unanimous decision on flex and the quality of their tools is A++. Definitely check out their impact wrench. It's an awesome impact wrench. It works great. It's easy to maneuver. It's easy to use. It's easy to pop out, use, put back. I absolutely love it. But anyway, guys, there's some new awesome tools from Flex coming, so stay tuned, like and subscribe to this channel, because there's a ton more stuff that's coming out from Flex, and you guys are hopefully going to hear it from me. We'll see. I try to get my hands on as much Flex stuff as possible, but I again, like I tell people, technically I am not employed or work for Flex in any way. So me telling you guys about tools is purely dependent on if I can actually get my hands on them. So if you guys want more information, just like, subscribe to the channel, and when I post a video, you'll be notified, and I can keep you up to date with how my Flex tools are doing. If you guys don't know, I have pretty much every single Flex tool out there, excluding maybe 3 or 4. So I'm very invested in this brand, and so far I haven't had any disappointments, and as soon as I do, I'm not scared to tell you guys. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you stopping by. Much love, y'all.